Nothing, just somebody stopped calling me. Go ahead.
Aaron, what are your emotions right now?
Oh, just a lot of gratitude, for the ability to be healthy this season. All the people that put me in position to be able to start 17 games. There's time for other emotions, but tonight I'm just thankful for the performance and the guys that made plays tonight.
How important was it for you to close out this season on a high note after all being been through?
I mean, listen, every game we go out trying to play well, trying to win. Didn't start great tonight, but put together some good drives. It was nice.
What did it mean for you personally to have that type of game, with everybody wondering what's going on with your future?
Yeah, not worried about that, honestly. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm just thankful for guys making plays tonight.
How do you feel like at 500?
Yeah, it was good. That was good. It was kind of like a old school red zone touchdown like we did for so long in Green Bay, where kind of play breaks down, move up in the pocket, guys keep working. Fun to get Conk that. Conk is one of the good guys on this team. One of the guys you can count on. He's a natural leader, and from day one he made me feel really welcome. You need your best players to be your best people, and he's definitely one of them.
What did it mean? Devontae waited for you, and you walked off together. What did that mean?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, Kabi's here tonight. Kabi and I walked off the field in 2022. I'd actually thought about today wanting to walk off with him, but hadn't actually mentioned anything to him. And then when I turned around after doing Pam's interview, it was cool to see him there, so that meant a lot. He's one of my best friends in the world and my best friend in the league currently playing, so that was cool.
Congratulations on your 500 and your documentary. You said in your documentary that you felt like you had unfinished business here in New Jersey. Do you still feel that way? Do you feel like you have to reach 506 or more?
No, I mean, those are just, longevity numbers. We'll have the conversations in the next few days. Whatever, happens out of there, I don't know if anything will be definitive coming out of those, but I just need some time away to think about my future in the game and my future, here if they want me to be a part of the next phase or if they're ready to move on. Either way, I'm thankful for my 2 years here.
In your heart of hearts, do you think you'll be back with the Jets?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know, Rich. If I did, I don't know that I'd tell you. So I will say that out of respect. But truthfully, I don't know. I'm looking forward to those conversations with Woody and Christopher and Jaime and Phil and anybody else. It feels good to be able to do some of the things the last 5 or 6 weeks I know I was capable of doing, even at 40, 41. But either way, I won't be upset or offended, whatever they decide to do, if they want to move on, if I still want to play. And if not, I'll let them know at some point if that's the case.
Aaron, what do days like today do in the other games you've had down the stretch here? What do you think those will do when you do get your feet in the sand and think about what you want to do? How much influence will they have, a day like today have on them?
For my body, one of my main goals was starting 17 games, so I accomplished that. The other ones I didn't really maybe meet. But I'm thankful for everybody put me in a position to be able to start 17 games, not just Dr. Elatrash and Heather at my rehab and AAA, but Dave and his staff here. It was good to work with them. But I know I can still play. I know I can still do the things I need to do to be successful. It just comes down to the desire on their side, and then ultimately my desire after I kind of take some time mentally and physically to rest and relax.
Did it feel any differently or anything like 2022 when you kind of didn't know what was going on, but I remember you said something like 90% thought you were retired at that point?
I knew my times, I think, in 2022 was done in Green Bay. I just felt like it was time for all of us. It was unsaid, maybe on their side, but it was understood, I think, by all of us that it was time to go separate ways. I needed to figure out whether I still had a desire to play or not, whether I could get the love for the game back. I have tremendous love for the game now. I don't feel that. So I can't say that it feels anything like that. This feels much different. It feels like just need to get away and then also see what they're into, what they're thinking, and then take some time for myself.
I think in this game, did you have any time in your head to reflect on how you got to this point, really the totality of your career, or is that more something that you're going to have a chance to do now?
What was the first part of the question?
Have you had a chance to reflect on how you got here?
The game just ended 30 minutes ago, so I had a few hugs in the locker room, a few emotional moments with some people I really care about. But I think it's not great to make emotional decisions about anything in life. So I need some time to step away from this and see how I'm feeling if I want to keep going. And obviously, Jets are going to make the decision they're going to make.
Aaron, Ian Rappaport said this morning, people close to him, I know, are preparing for the fact that this could be his last game in the NFL. What is your reaction to that?
People said they were close to me?
Yeah, people that Ian talked to, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a relationship with Ian. I'm not sure who does in my circle, but it's probably nobody that's talked to me in the last short while. No offense to Ian, of course.
Did you, on your way out of the tunnel or pregame tonight, kind of take an extra moment to look around or think a certain way just in case?
No, I didn't. No, this game's been great to me. I've given this game a lot, and I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish. I'm thankful for the men and women I've interacted with over the years in the organizations, the men I got to play with, and no, I've got no regrets about anything that went down.
Aaron, if games like decided once you take some time away, you did want to come back and play, and I know this is hypothetical, but I love it. The new regime came in and didn't want you to come back here. Would you consider going elsewhere if you wanted to play, or is that in your mind almost too much? Start all over again with new regimes.
Well, I've done it once. Obviously, there's a lot of hypotheticals here. So, if I want to play, hypothetical number one. If they want to move on, hypothetical number two. Would I be willing to play for another team, hypothetical number three? The answer is yes.
3 yes. Hypothetical. 3 yes.
Aaron, some of your teammates mentioned in the team meeting last night, you spoke about your why and the relationships. What was the impetus for that speech, and what did you tell them?
I'd wanted to speak to the guys. Rick's been doing this cool thing where he allows a couple players and a coach to maybe speak, and sometimes one player, one coach. I had asked him earlier in the season if he was thinking about me, if he could allow me to do it at the end. I just kind of wanted to just talk to the guys about what the last 2 years has meant to me. I talked about my love for the game, my perspective, and how it changed September 11th, 2023. And then I talked about the gratitude. There was questions about over the last few months, some from you all, some from people that I talked to about, did I regret coming to New York? And the answer is, of course not. So the follow-up is usually, well, why is that the case? And I talked about what really is important in this game, and that's the relationships. And I talked about how if I hadn't come to New York, I wouldn't have met, and I singled out certain guys. I wouldn't have been able to be locker mates with Javon Kinlaw and Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, and wouldn't be able to, been protected by John Simpson and what a great guy he is, and get to know the Williams brothers and get to watch these young stars early in their career, the Garretts and Sauce and Brees and Jermaine, and wouldn't have been able to be back with Nathaniel and be coached by Todd Downing and be in the room with Tyrod Taylor, one of the freaking coolest guys I've ever been around. I mean, just an absolute legend, so supportive. Wouldn't have been able to do any of that. I would have had a big hole inside me that only these 2 years could have filled. So when I say these have been the best 2 years of my life, I don't just mean those relationships. Off the field, there's been a lot of really special things that have happened, but if I hadn't come to New York, these relationships that are really important to me, many of which are going to last for a long, long time, never would have happened, and I would have really missed out on meeting some really special people.
When you came here, you obviously believed that things could change. What would be your message to people, fans, or even guys in the locker room who are having a hard time seeing that right now with the way it's gone these last couple of years?
Seeing what?
What's that?
Seeing what?
Seeing that things could change here and things could get better. You obviously believe that when you came here. So what would be your message to people who are having a hard time seeing that being a possibility?
Moving forward?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it takes a concerted, intentional effort to make change. It takes people pulling in the same direction. It takes a top-down focus to be able to create a culture that where winning is the standard, not the hope. And you know, I put my heart into this, and I wanted it really bad, and it didn't work this year. You know, we came up short, and I played 4 plays last year, so it's overall disappointing. But the beauty in this game is that every year is a new year, and the opportunity to change and make changes and be a part of the solution is going to be out there. So whether I'm back or whether it's the guys they got or new guys or whatever, the focus has to be how can I, player, be a part of the solution, not the problem. And you know, I have a lot of love for this organization, and I hope it gets turned around. And if I'm back part of it, then I'll do everything in my power to get it turned around.
Thanks, everyone.